Hey everybody, how's it going? We are here with a timeless reading. Okay, first card that we have out is the Hierophant. Looks like there's something here that you're working on. This can be like studies that you're doing or like learning that you're doing. The vibe that I get off of this Hierophant card, it's very like associated with knowledge. This card is called the Teacher. And so it just gives a very like ancient, esoteric type of vibe to it. There's a lot of stuff that's connected with Egypt within this card as well. So it feels like knowledge that you could be like reading something, looking into something, can be like studying that you're doing, learning that you're doing, can be like astrology, mysticism, really anything. Can be energy work too. Like the Ankh, those sorts of things, which is connected in a way with like Reiki and stuff and like healing and whatnot. So yeah, maybe you're even doing something medicinal. That feels right. Maybe something medicinal connected. Hierophant is connected with the card of Taurus, and we're also seeing Sun here. So I'm seeing something that you've been working on. You feel happy to be doing this. Yeah, I'm getting a big healing vibe from this. That may be part of your work that you do, healing work. I'm seeing something about like, I'm hearing color radiating, aura. Feels connected with energy work. But I'm seeing something that, to have the World at the bottom of the deck, this would be something that you're quite serious about. Quite happy about too. Happy with the work that you're doing and what you've accomplished as well. You feel like you've come quite far with this. Yeah, you really do. How about that? Some of you, if you were like another person looking at the progress that you've made, you would look at this and be like, wow, look at how far this person's come and look at everything that they've accomplished and what they've done and like everything that they've learned and all of these really important things. And I'm getting that sometimes when you look at what you've done, like you may really discount a lot of stuff that you've accomplished, and I'm seeing it's a very, very big deal here. So this feels like a reminder of your guides being like, look at like where you started and where you are now. I'm seeing this be so very significant. Like, look at all that you understand now too. Maybe too, you know, sometimes we find ourselves in a spot where it's like, why did it take me this long? Or why am I just learning this now? Or why am I finally understanding this? And it's like, look at all this other stuff that you've been doing too. It just wasn't time until now, you know? So maybe that's something that you're feeling. I'm getting just these like warped thoughts that have been associated sort of with like what you've accomplished, and really giving yourself the credit that you deserve, because you've accomplished a lot. I'm seeing like layer upon layer upon layer, and it's all been like stacking upon one another to really have like a depth of understanding of this thing here. It feels like whatever this is that you're serious about, and the word study keeps coming through. So it feels like, and practice, something important for you that you've spent your energy investing in. Because I'm seeing you have a lot of information. Like, I'm seeing it be a very, very significant amount. And it's not only information, like you're learned. I'm seeing there be practice. Like, this is not only theoretical. I'm seeing it be pragmatic as well. Practical stuff that you have. A lot that you can give too. And maybe this was also about you getting to a spot where you felt like, okay, I've done enough that I can be in this position now to actually give something, because I'm seeing Six of Pentacles here that's associated with you, and so I feel like you have knowledge that you're like sharing or spreading or practicing in some way that's impacting others now at this point, where you feel like it's like you feel I don't want this to be reductive the way that I'm articulating it. Like I'm seeing it be like I'm in this position now and that's important, but it's not just a title that you're slapping on something. Like you have all of the experience to back this up is what I'm seeing. So I'm getting it be very important, and I'm seeing it be something that you can play with now. Like you can give this out now, meaning you can have interactions where it's like you're legitimately teaching people is what I'm seeing. So maybe that's also what's coming to light, is sort of like what you've created even of yourself in this position, and that being something of mass importance. You may be at a point too where you have to be deliberate with who you're sort of giving your energy to as well, wanting to make sure that it's sort of connected rather than it being why? There's something here about like you have a particular type of valuable information that is being like disseminated with certain people that you are interacting with. I'm hearing closed, maybe in like a closed situation. It's making me think of like a closed like classroom or something where there's only like a limited amount of like slots or people that are in there. This is also reminding yourself too, Six of Pentacles, that like you only have so much energy that you can give as well, and so to like use that wisely as a resource, and to be making sure that like when you, because you have something that's very, very valuable and very, very important, it's about using it appropriately. Using it for things that you're like, this is worth using that for. So it's like applying this information that you have to the right situations, like maybe even with the right people. Like getting into the correct types of exchanges that you want to be connected with for this specific information that you have individually. Because I'm seeing this be like very unique to you. Unique and specific, it seems. So this is also connected with your individual journey as well. You are a very valuable resource. Oh, interesting. So we have the sun and the moon connected with one another here. Very yin-yang, masculine, feminine, light and dark. Sun is connected with like knowledge and awareness. Moon can be connected with darkness and what's hidden, what we may not be aware of. I want to find out what this, just real quick, I want to see what's connected with this Six of Pentacles. Like, what is this Six of Pentacles that you're involved in? I'm hearing religious rites. So Six of Pentacles is like an exchange that we have. And it can be like, I want to give this and maybe I'll get that back. But it's also about being mindful of sort of how we're entering into exchanges. I'm seeing Temperance here, so I feel like you have to patiently be figuring something out. And this can be like whether or not something aligns with your values. You may also be as you're moving through this, sort of developing your own understanding of your personal values as well, especially in a more like spiritual context or like purpose-driven context. Yeah, there's something here about like you have to take your time with something that you're doing. Also, too, to have Six of Pentacles, it can be like, okay, well, I have this thing to offer, or I have this thing to give. Like, who's going to be on the other end of that as well? That may be something that's taking some time, too. There's an unknown factor here, and I'm seeing you feel a little bit worried about it, but you don't need to be. But because there's just something that I'm seeing you be unsure of. But I'm seeing that you do not have to worry about this at all. It's going to work out better even than you think that it's going to. It's like you think that you're going to go into a situation and it's going to be 50-50, and it's actually going to be like you only have to give 20% and you're going to get like 80% back. Like the odds are definitely in a big way in your favor here. So it's not anything that you need to worry about. I'm hearing check in. I'm also hearing check out. So what's hidden from you is the Ten of Pentacles. This is a great thing to be like hidden from you right now, because it's one of those times where when you see this surprise, this is going to be one of those surprises where it's like, this was the best surprise ever. Like one of those feelings. This isn't going to be like, I wish that would have stayed hidden and I didn't have to deal with this. This is something that's going to be like really good for you, really profound, something really solid for you as well. And I'm also seeing too that it didn't just come out of nowhere. It's based off of the work that you've been doing and what you've been putting in. And so this is one of those moments where like you really deserve this, but I don't think that you would have thought that you deserved something like this big, but that's what's coming through for you. So this is really amazing. Sensational even. I want to say this again. You're showing up and just being like, this is what I can give, and sort of like, I hope that this is enough. And what I'm seeing is that what you're actually going to get is like way more than just breaking even here within this situation. It's going to be like as much as you could even like fantasize of something being. That's how much. It's like, this is what it reminds me of. You purchase something, you purchase a piece of jewelry, okay? And you spend like, I don't know, $500 on this piece of jewelry. And you're like, I don't want this thing. Like, what am I even doing with this? I hope that like when I take it to get it exchanged, I can just like break even and get back that $500. And you go and you don't know what's going to happen. So I'm seeing there be worry because you're like, am I actually going to break even? Like, I don't know. I'm seeing there be like a really big question mark on the situation. It's an unknown. So it's kind of like, well, you're just going to have to see what happens. And I'm seeing you go and you're like, you know, just hoping to get that 500 back. And you end up getting like 1,500. It's something like that where you're just hoping for like something even or equal, and you're like, I don't even know if I'm gonna get that. And I'm seeing you worry about it too, like, is that even gonna be happening here? And then I'm seeing when it happens, it's like you get way more than you thought. It was like you didn't have to worry about anything at all. And I'm seeing it's gonna be very pleasing to you. Very pleasing. It seems like that then affords you an opportunity as well for you to maybe move in a way that you want to. Maybe move towards something that you want to. Definitely feeling relaxed. I'm seeing this be connected with even a break that you're going to have. So if you've been feeling like there's been a bit of the word uproar is coming through. If you've been feeling like there's a lot going on and you've been exerting a lot of energy, I'm seeing you be very, very close to basically like seeing what this has all been for, like what this was about and why you were doing what you were doing, and basically you're about to see like the result of something, and I'm seeing it's going to be really good, and it's also going to afford you the opportunity to move in a way that you want to, that maybe you couldn't move before, like maybe you didn't have that option before. And it's going to allow you to continue. There's just basically a lot of great things are about to be happening, and not that great things weren't happening before, but I think these are going to be like intelligible moments for you where you're going to feel like almost lucky, but it's not even luck, because I'm seeing that this is because of what you've been doing and the work that you've been doing. So you're basically getting like the prizes for these things. And I'm seeing it be better than you would have expected it to be. And I'm seeing also that it's going to like afford you opportunities that you didn't have before. And some of you too, it's going to give you time that you need to sort of rest and relax. And you may not have necessarily had that before. Like you could have sort of needed to be like moving and moving and moving. And like when that thing ends, I need to jump into that thing and like the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And what I'm seeing is that there's something here about you being able to like take it easy for a bit. So I'm seeing that's going to be happening as well. But that's not right now. It's going to be a little bit further down the line. So it's not immediate. I just want to clarify that. So it's not like, you know, you win the lottery and then tomorrow you never have to go to work, nor the next day, nor the next day. It's not going to be tomorrow. When this thing happens, it's going to be a bit later down the line for you, okay? But that's ultimately like where things are going. I'm just getting a lot of, it feels like there's been so much work of you going like uphill, 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 and like you're at the tippy top, and now you're just going to be like cruising, like going downhill, but it's not going to be too fast. It's going to be like very comfortable for you, and it's going to feel like you don't have to have your feet on the pedals anymore, that you just are sort of like cruising and steering along, but you don't really have to do any work anymore, because all the stuff that you put in, all the effort that you put in, it like got you to where you needed it to be. So yeah, basically your stuff is about to be coming in for you. I'm just seeing Taurus, and I'm seeing the sun here, and I'm also seeing Pisces. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.